If you're over 60 and still eating certain healthy proteins, you might be quietly damaging your kidneys every single day, even if your blood work looks fine right now. This isn't about cutting out all protein or following some extreme diet. It's about understanding that after 60, your kidneys simply don't filter the way they used to. And while protein is essential for strength, healing, and energy, the wrong types, even in small amounts, can quietly overload your filtration system, raise harmful waste levels in your blood, and speed up the decline in kidney function without you feeling a thing until it's too late. The truth is, many seniors increase their protein intake to fight muscle loss or boost energy, but without realizing it, they're choosing sources that force their kidneys to work overtime. Chronic kidney disease risk rises sharply after 60, and part of the reason is this silent day-by-day overload that slowly wears the kidneys down. You won't feel it happening. You might even believe you're eating clean because the packaging says lean, natural, or plant-based, yet the hidden phosphorus, sodium, and acid load could be doing lasting harm. Today, I'm going to make this simple for you. You'll learn about 4 kidney-friendly proteins you can eat regularly without fear. I'll also reveal 6 common proteins that seem fine on the surface, but are some of the biggest culprits behind kidney decline in seniors. And before we finish, I'll share one easy daily habit that helps protect and even improve kidney function, no matter your starting point. I've worked with hundreds of older adults, seen their lab results change, and I can tell you, choosing the right proteins can absolutely transform your numbers, your energy, and your quality of life. Your kidneys are 2 hard-working filters, each about the size of a fist, quietly removing waste and balancing your body's chemistry every minute of every day. Every time you eat protein, your body breaks it down into amino acids, the building blocks you need, but it also creates byproducts like urea and other nitrogenous waste. These byproducts don't just disappear. Your kidneys have to pull them out of your blood and send them out through urine. Along the way, your kidneys also regulate minerals like phosphorus and potassium, maintain your body's acid-base balance, and help control blood pressure. When you're young, your kidneys can handle a wide range of dietary stress. But as you get older, things change. Your glomerular filtration rate, or GFR, a key measure of kidney performance, naturally declines with age, even in healthy people. This doesn't mean your kidneys are failing, but it does mean they have less reserve power. Think of it like an older water filter that still works, but clogs more easily and takes longer to do the same job. This is where the concept of protein load comes in. Your body needs protein for muscle repair, immune support, and healing. But there's a big difference between an essential load, the amount your body can use effectively, and an excess load, which forces your kidneys to work overtime clearing waste you don't actually need. Over time, that constant extra workload can contribute to faster wear and tear, especially if your GFR is already on the lower side. Seniors are particularly vulnerable because age often comes with other conditions that stress the kidneys, like diabetes and high blood pressure. These issues can damage the small blood vessels and filtering units inside the kidneys, making them even more sensitive to protein type and quantity. On top of that, recovery from kidney stress is slower, so a few days of poor food choices can have a longer-lasting impact. The good news is that by understanding which proteins are gentle and which are taxing, you can protect your kidneys, keep your energy up, and maintain more independence as you age. Let's start with the proteins that work with your kidneys instead of against them. These aren't exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. They're everyday options you can easily add to your meals, and they deliver the nutrients you need without putting unnecessary strain on your filtration system. First up is egg whites, the pure, gentle protein that's almost tailor-made for seniors with kidney concerns. Egg whites provide high-quality, complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. But unlike many animal proteins, they come with very little baggage, almost no phosphorus, no cholesterol, and minimal saturated fat. For someone watching kidney health, that low phosphorus content matters. It's about 10 milligrams per egg white, compared to over 80 milligrams in a whole egg. That means less work for your kidneys and less risk of high phosphorus levels damaging your bones and blood vessels. They're also incredibly easy to digest, which is important if your appetite is slowed or your digestion isn't as robust as it once was. One of my patients, Helen, age 72, began swapping 2 of her weekly meat-based breakfasts for lightly scrambled egg whites with spinach. Within a month, she noticed more steady energy in the mornings, and her phosphorus levels dropped into the safe range. If you're preparing them, steaming, boiling, or scrambling with a touch of olive oil spray works best. Skip heavy frying, and you'll keep them as heart-friendly as they are kidney-friendly. Next is soft tofu, a plant-based protein that's not only complete but remarkably gentle on your kidneys. While many people think of tofu as bland or strictly for vegetarians, it's actually a powerful ally for anyone over 60 who wants steady protein without the acid load of meat. Animal proteins tend to create an acidic environment in the body, which your kidneys must constantly work to neutralize. Tofu, on the other hand, is closer to pH neutral, meaning less metabolic stress. It also contains isoflavones, plant compounds with natural anti-inflammatory properties, which can help protect kidney tissues from further damage. Half a cup of soft tofu provides around 10 grams of protein, making it easy to meet your needs without going overboard. For seniors, the texture of soft or silken tofu is a bonus. It's easy to chew and swallow, even for those with dental concerns. I recall working with Thomas, a 68-year-old with stage 3 CKD, who hesitated to try tofu. Once he started adding small cubes to vegetable soups and stir-fries twice a week, his energy improved and his acid-base levels normalized. For the best results, avoid deep frying and skip pre-marinated versions, as they're often loaded with sodium. Our third safe option is tilapia, a lean, mild white fish that's light on the stomach but rich in benefits. Tilapia offers about 22 grams of clean protein per 100 grams, yet it's low in phosphorus compared to most animal proteins, making it a safer choice for seniors with reduced kidney function. Its mild taste means it pairs well with almost anything, and because it's easy to chew and digest, it's a practical choice for older adults who may not tolerate heavier meats. Tilapia also provides a better omega-3 to omega-6 balance than many other fish, which can help reduce the chronic inflammation that often contributes to kidney decline. I worked with Richard, a 70-year-old who struggled with fatigue and bloating after meals. When we swapped 2 of his weekly red meat dinners for steamed tilapia with lemon and fresh herbs, he not only felt lighter but also saw improvements in his blood pressure and kidney lab results. The key is to prepare it simply: steaming, baking, or grilling, and to avoid high-sodium marinades or breading. Finally, we have quinoa, the complete grain-protein combo that's as versatile as it is kidney-friendly. Quinoa is one of the few plant foods that's a complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids, along with valuable fiber. That fiber isn't just good for digestion. It helps reduce the workload on your kidneys by binding and carrying away some waste products through the gut instead of leaving them for your kidneys to process. A cooked cup of quinoa provides about 8 grams of protein, but with relatively low phosphorus and potassium compared to beans or lentils, making it a safer carbohydrate protein option for seniors with CKD risk. I remember Maria, 74, who often felt sluggish after eating rice or pasta. When she replaced her evening starch with quinoa 3 nights a week, she reported feeling more energetic and noticed less swelling in her ankles. Preparation is simple. Rinse it well before cooking to remove its natural bitter coating, then simmer with water or low-sodium broth until fluffy. It pairs beautifully with vegetables, lean proteins, or even as a breakfast base with berries and cinnamon. These 4 proteins, egg whites, soft tofu, tilapia, and quinoa, share one important quality. They nourish your muscles and metabolism without overburdening your kidneys. They allow you to keep your protein intake steady, which is critical for maintaining strength as you age, while reducing the risk of pushing your kidneys toward further decline. By making even one of these swaps a few times a week, you can give your kidneys the support they need to keep working well for years to come. Now that we've covered the proteins that protect your kidneys, it's time to look at the ones that quietly chip away at their health. These are the foods many seniors eat regularly, often believing they're healthy or at least harmless. In reality, they can create hidden stress on your kidneys, speeding up the decline in filtration capacity and raising your risk of complications. Let's start with turkey bacon, the salty imposter. It's marketed as the leaner, cleaner alternative to pork bacon. So many older adults switch to it thinking they're making a heart-healthy choice. But when you look closely at the label, you'll find an overload of sodium and phosphate additives used to preserve flavor and extend shelf life. Just a few slices can contain more than 500 milligrams of sodium, which is a huge hit to your daily limit. For aging kidneys, excess sodium raises blood pressure, increases fluid retention, and accelerates filtration damage. Phosphate additives, which are easily absorbed into the bloodstream, can quickly raise phosphorus levels, leading to bone loss and calcification of blood vessels. I remember working with Barbara, a 69-year-old who had switched to turkey bacon as part of her healthy breakfast routine. Her blood pressure and phosphorus levels kept creeping up until we traced it back to those morning strips. Once she swapped them for fresh, unprocessed turkey breast slices seasoned at home, her labs improved and she noticed less swelling in her ankles. Next is red lentils, a plant protein with a surprising mineral overload. Lentils are widely praised for their fiber, plant protein, and low fat. So many seniors eat them regularly. The problem is that one cooked cup of red lentils contains over 700 milligrams of potassium and more than 350 milligrams of phosphorus. For someone with a reduced GFR, that's a heavy burden. Excess potassium can cause dangerous heart rhythm changes, while high phosphorus contributes to bone weakening and vascular calcification. I worked with Leonard, a 73-year-old vegan who relied on lentils for most of his protein. Despite eating a clean diet, he was experiencing muscle weakness and irregular heartbeats due to elevated potassium. We replaced half his lentil intake with quinoa and low-potassium legumes like mung beans, and his energy and labs stabilized within weeks. Hot dogs come next, the triple threat processed meat. They're quick, familiar, and often part of casual meals with family or friends. So many seniors keep them stocked. But nutritionally, they're a minefield. Hot dogs combine high sodium, nitrate preservatives, phosphate additives, and oxidized fats, creating a perfect storm for kidney stress. Each of these components increases inflammation, blood pressure, and oxidative stress inside the delicate filtering units of the kidneys. Frank, age 71, ate hot dogs for lunch most days because they were easy and cheap. Over time, his GFR dropped faster than expected, and he developed persistent swelling in his legs. Once we cut processed meats entirely and replaced them with small portions of fresh chicken or fish, his kidney function decline slowed noticeably, and his swelling improved. Then we have whey protein isolate, the concentrated nitrogen load. Many seniors turn to protein shakes to help preserve muscle mass, especially if they struggle to eat large meals. While the intention is good, whey protein isolate delivers a large, fast-absorbing dose of protein without the balancing elements found in whole foods like fiber and antioxidants. This creates a spike in nitrogen waste that the kidneys must rapidly clear, placing them under pressure. For someone with already reduced filtration, that's an unnecessary stressor. Carol, a 66-year-old active retiree, drank 2 whey shakes a day thinking they would fuel her workouts. Instead, her creatinine levels rose, and she began experiencing fatigue. Switching to whole food proteins like egg whites and small portions of tofu gave her the same muscle benefits without overloading her kidneys. Canned black beans are another hidden culprit, the sodium and potassium spike in disguise. Beans themselves can be a healthy part of a diet, but when they come from a can, even after rinsing, they often contain high levels of sodium. A single cup can also pack over 600 milligrams of potassium, which is risky for anyone with declining kidney function. High sodium increases blood pressure and fluid retention, while high potassium can cause dangerous cardiac issues. Anthony, a 70-year-old who considered himself a healthy eater, used canned black beans in salads almost daily. His potassium levels stayed stubbornly high until we replaced them with home-cooked beans soaked overnight, which reduced the mineral content significantly. Combined with swapping in more low-potassium grains like couscous, his lab results improved within a few months. Finally, there's steak, the high-pressure tradition. For many, steak is tied to comfort, celebration, and strength. But even lean cuts of beef carry a heavy load of saturated fat, phosphorus, and uric acid. This combination inflames blood vessels, increases cardiovascular strain, and raises uric acid levels, which can trigger gout and kidney stone formation. The dense protein load also increases filtration pressure inside the kidneys, accelerating wear over time. Harold, a 72-year-old with early-stage CKD, ate steak 3 times a week, convinced it was good protein. Over the years, his gout attacks worsened and his kidney numbers dropped. When we replaced most of his red meat meals with poultry and fish, not only did his gout subside, but his kidney decline slowed dramatically. Each of these proteins, turkey bacon, red lentils, hot dogs, whey protein isolate, canned black beans, and steak, may seem harmless or even healthy at first glance, but they all carry hidden risks for seniors. By identifying and replacing them with safer options, you can ease the workload on your kidneys, maintain better lab numbers, and enjoy more consistent energy and health as you age. One of the most effective ways to support your kidneys doesn't come from your plate. It comes from your daily routine. A simple morning walk or light mobility session can do more for your kidney health than many people realize, especially if you're over 60 and already have limited kidney reserve. When you walk, your heart pumps more efficiently, sending fresh, oxygen-rich blood to every organ, including your kidneys. This increased circulation helps the tiny filters inside your kidneys, the glomeruli, work more effectively, moving waste products out of your blood with less strain. Light physical activity also helps keep blood pressure in check, and that's critical because high blood pressure is both a cause and a consequence of kidney disease. By reducing pressure on the blood vessels, you protect the delicate filtering structures from damage. Even 20 to 30 minutes of gentle movement each morning can help regulate blood sugar, lower inflammation, and improve the way your body manages fluid balance, all of which are essential for protecting kidney function as you age. I've seen seniors who add a short walk after breakfast report less swelling in their legs, more energy throughout the day, and more stable lab results over time. You don't have to power walk or push yourself to exhaustion. The goal is consistency. Give your kidneys that daily boost in circulation and oxygen, and they'll reward you by staying resilient for years to come. Protecting your kidneys doesn't have to be complicated. It's about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. Start with one simple swap. This week, replace just one of the risky proteins we discussed with one of the safe, kidney-friendly options. That might mean trading turkey bacon for egg whites at breakfast, or swapping a steak dinner for baked tilapia. Small steps are easier to stick with and still make a meaningful difference. Next, keep an eye on your mineral intake. Tracking your phosphorus, potassium, and sodium, even for just a few weeks, can open your eyes to hidden sources in your diet. You'll quickly see where small adjustments can help take pressure off your kidneys. Finally, commit to daily gentle movement. Whether it's a morning walk, light stretching, or simple mobility exercises, aim for 20-30 minutes a day. This will support circulation, control blood pressure, and improve kidney filtration efficiency. These 3 steps, smarter protein choices, mindful mineral tracking, and daily movement, create a foundation that can protect your kidney health for years to come, while keeping you strong, energized, and active. It's important to remember that it's never too late to start protecting your kidneys. Whether your lab numbers are already showing early signs of stress, or you simply want to keep them strong as you age, the choices you make today can have a real impact on how you feel months and years from now. Kidneys respond to care, and even small improvements in your diet and lifestyle can slow decline, stabilize your health, and boost your energy. If you found even one change in today's information that could help you, hold on to it and make it part of your routine. The sooner you begin replacing harmful proteins with safer ones, watching your mineral intake and moving a little more each day, the more benefit you'll see. And don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share it with friends or family members over 60 who could use a clear, practical guide to protecting their kidney health. Sometimes one conversation is all it takes to help someone avoid years of unnecessary problems. If you want more trusted, science-based advice tailored to seniors, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. You're not alone in this, and each smart choice you make is another step toward keeping your kidneys and your whole body working at their best.